Good morning, world. Having deja vu. Look, no glass in our window again. But today it's a positive sign. About 6:30 in the morning, I'm already sweating. But the guys from Chaq Glass over from Butuan are coming to fit uPVC windows today. This is something we've been waiting for quite some time. I'm looking forward to it because honestly, at night time, when we've been going to bed, as soon as we hear the wind noise coming through the glass, it is a bit traumatic still sounds like the big typhoon. So we're hoping that these newer, thicker, stronger windows, fully sealed, will get rid of that trauma. I'm leaving the doors open today, so Poppy's been box locked. You okay in there? She's already been out for her wee and poo, got water in there. Let's go and have a look at these windows. Once again, apologies if there's a lot of wind noise. It is a windy day today. Lovely sun rising. And these are our new windows. Check it out. Big, chunky frames. Nice. Now I'm going to make sure that is well sealed today. I don't want any window leaks after this is done. So we're having this window done, this window done. That's all these ones here. And also Story's bedroom and the other side of our bedroom. Bathroom and the kitchen, we're going to leave them as they are because they're okay. And they don't really get much, I don't know, they get much pressure from the coast. These windows here get blasted by the wind. So I sincerely hope this is going to be the solution to our window problem that we've had for ages now. Because even before the storm, these windows used to leak a lot. You can see the difference. So that's this thick. Those ones are about double the thickness. And really the worst thing about these windows is that the hinges would rust and break away. You wouldn't be able to open them. And where the water pulls in here, it just comes into the house the whole time. I've asked the guys from Chaq Glass to start on the living room because Sasha and Story are still sleeping in this room. Sasha's not feeling very well today. So I said to her, just like, try and stay in bed as long as you can. Well, I think it's probably going to take a few hours to do the first room. So we've gone for a different style this time. The windows will open out like doors and this will be a fixed centerpiece. It's looking all right. I mean, the price was very reasonable. I just have to make sure that everything is done properly. I'm noticing here there's a gap. I'm going to make sure all of this is sealed up. I don't want to see no water coming in. We have tempered glass, which is a good sign. And a nice window tinting as well. So really looking forward to this. This is a big step forward. I'm also hoping that the rain will hold off for at least this morning so we can get this in without the sealant getting soaked, because sealant never sticks in the rain and that's been our big problem, trying to get windows fixed when it's rainy season. I have noticed that since the storm we've been getting these sea bugs inside the house. They seem to come through like wherever it's wet and they can bite you, but they only seem to be found around this area here where the window leaks the most. This one here isn't going to be replaced. I can't remember why now. I think it's because it's the least leaky, but they're going to do some repairs, make sure that it is well sealed and that all the hinges are working. So that's the plan for today. Let's check our solar battery. Now, solar panel situation, not drawing in too much power at the moment, only 400 watts, 51% charged on the battery, and we're only using 180 watts at the moment because we have no AC on. I'm just running the AC as a fan at the moment, trying to get some breeze coming through here. I have noticed that we do produce our most solar about 8:30, 9:30 in the morning. That battery will be almost fully charged. It's not even 7 o'clock yet, I'm already sweating. I think it's because I'm moving around trying to get stuff done. Both Sasha and Story said to me they would be a bit sad if this window didn't get replaced, because coming back to the house, it is pretty traumatic, seeing as this is the one that actually smashed through during Typhoon Odette. We were discussing whether it was worth the investment, but in the end, we just said psychologically we need to have this window changed, especially this one here in the main room. Every time we're sitting outside watching TV or whatever, and we just hear the wind, especially this season, the brain just starts thinking back to the day when it blasted in during the storm. And that's never going to go unless we see this window changed. And because it's always been a problem anyway, it's always been the leakiest window, and we're still getting puddles of water on the floor, It has to be done, really. This is the view from my computer right now. Another empty hole. And here comes the new window. Feeling positive about this. I've already asked the guys to make sure they use a lot of sealant. And I can see a big box down there. Plenty of sealant here, good sign. And also, I just provided a few extra bottles myself in case they didn't bring enough. Look at that. Look how much of a difference the tint makes. It just gets dark in here almost. The most important moment for me. The sealant is going on. I've asked them to make sure they do a proper job of this. I don't want a reoccurring problem again after having new windows fitted. I'm going to keep a close eye on this. Everything's looking pretty robust already, pretty thick. I think I'm going to ask them to have a look at these gaps here first. When we're done, there's a nice solid fit at the bottom. You'll get light coming through there. And the edges look okay. At the top there was quite a big gap, but they've put in a plastic strip on the outside to fill in the, I guess, where this concrete isn't level. It has got a rubber seal on the outside edge. I'm just thinking this inside edge might be a problem. I'm happy to see they're using like turpentine solution to get rid of all the greasy marks and stuff, so that the sealant should hold. I'm very happy that we've got a sunny morning to start this job. Next up is Story's room. Sash and Story are running out of time to get their sleep in because this will be next. It's now 7:40 in the morning. We're 61% charged on the solar, drawing in 2.91 kilowatts at the moment, fluctuating. Ooh, nice. With this particular inverter, you can download an app called Solar Man, and it allows you to track basically that interface, but from anywhere. So even if I'm on holiday, I can be checking to see if the solar is charging. It's an obsession. That's already looking so much better, just having the white frames in there. I mean, compare it to this. This just looks ridiculous now. And this is like the kind of classic island windows that you get. These are the kind of windows that we have in the UK. This uPVC stuff doesn't rust, doesn't corrode, and hopefully it will last a long time. Good morning.
Good morning.
Have you done the date for us?
Yeah, but I haven't done the number.
So what is the date?
The date is March, February.
March, February. I'm very pleased with this. Nice sealant all the way around. It's looking very neat. And that gap at the top has even been filled in with a piece of plastic. They managed to fit up there. Nick, you're taking out your window.
They are?
Yeah, they're going to replace it with a super window. Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Makes me happy too. What do you think of our new white window on the front there?
That's not white.
Yeah, of course it is. Don't you remember what it looked like before? It was black. Don't touch the sealant though, okay, because it's still wet. But what do you think of it?
Nice.
I think it looks beautiful. It matches the wall now, doesn't it? And look, the window's open here on the side doors now.
Yeah, and this one looks pretty.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Really nice.
Good girl, nice.
Want to do your first test opening?
I do, yeah.
I think the sealant's dried. How does that feel?
Nice. Nice and smooth opening.
It's such a big orifice now, isn't it? It's like a proper window, that.
Doesn't feel like it's going to snap off in your hand.
Yeah, we had that
Which is
problem
good.
a lot, didn't we?
Yeah, it looks really nice, doesn't it?
It looks so much better. It looks like a real house window.
Yeah.
When you compare it to the other ones now, they just look
Yeah.
like kind of shed windows, don't they?
It's a shame it doesn't match.
Yeah, I know.
But that can be done at a later date, I guess. But this was the main one that needed fixing.
Yeah.
Maybe we can paint this white for now, just so it matches, because it does look kind of strange. But
Yeah.
that's just aesthetics, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still functional. But yeah, this looks lovely.
The ultimate goal for me was just kind of reducing that feeling of trauma every time I looked at the window. I know it's like it wasn't so bad like when it wasn't windy.
Yeah.
But as soon as the wind comes and the rain comes, it's just like immediately just staring at the thing.
Yeah, I'm sure we've said like this a lot of times, but we haven't been sleeping like for weeks.
No, not since we got back to the house.
Yeah, like any little bit of wind, especially in the bedroom, it was so whistly and noisy. There were so many holes everywhere.
The bedroom window has been broken for some time as well.
Yeah, we just couldn't. Yeah, because the bedroom window didn't actually break in the storm. It was just.
It was already broken.
Already broken, yeah.
I did think actually that because it had so many holes in it, maybe that's why it didn't smash.
Yeah, the
because,
wind kind of went through it.
Yeah, whistled through the little gaps and just kind of saved the frame. But now, just hearing the wind coming through, and I feel like the wind is definitely stronger this year.
It is, and it's lasted longer as well.
Yeah.
Because when we first arrived, we've actually been here 2 years now.
Yeah,
we had our
2 year.
2-year anniversary on Siargao, like on last week, about 4 or 5 days ago. We've officially been here 2 years. And I remember when we first arrived, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
We had some rain, and a little bit of wind in the first couple of days, but it was nothing like this.
Yeah,
This
by
is
March, we were like looking towards the summertime, weren't we?
So it's definitely changed, and now that there's significantly less trees, we feel that wind more here. Like being on the coast, we are the frontliners on the coast here. We've lost our kind of fringe of trees that kind of protected the wind, I guess, in a way, and now we hear it all. So
this is stage protection number 1. The next thing we could do is there's going to be a canopy that goes up on the outside, which will reduce the amount of rain that hits the window. I don't know when that's going to get done. And then if it still feels really bad, like when it gets super windy, we could have some storm shutters made from the outside. Just like a wood that you could perhaps slide in front or something, just to kind of give you that, but something's coming, let's quickly pull the storm shutter, so you've got that additional protection. It just make you feel like you've got your armour on.
Hopefully we won't need that.
Hopefully we won't need it. I hate the fact that I'm even thinking about this stuff now, but these are life's experiences, aren't they?
We can't not think about it now.
Not
it's
anymore.
Happened, and it is a big part of what happened and in our life, so we can't just ignore it. We have to prepare, and
it's looking like we're going to get our first test in a few hours actually, because the sun has just dipped behind the horizon, and I can see a storm coming in the distance over the horizon, and I can feel the wind already coming in.
It's windy, there's rain coming. Actually, the guys, they've been here since 7 a.m.
No, earlier than that. I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, when did they actually start?
About 6.
Really?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half per window.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll get up before it starts peeing down with rain.
Because it's about 10 a.m. now, and when we looked at the weather last night, we were like, oh no, they've got a rubbish day to put in windows. It just looked like it was like 90% rain
90%,
all day. And so far, they've had lovely, sunny, kind of nice weather.
It's coming.
It's coming, look at that.
Yeah, that's the downside of living on the coast. You can actually see when the weather is going to come and just wash over you. Doesn't look so bad that way, but over that side, the darkness. Story's playing Mummy's new digital piano, and we're just going to take Poppy for a quick walk before it starts raining. Story changed her mind. Decided to come out with us. She's looking lovely in her little monsoon dress. Look at this. All of the blue is heading this way now, over to this part of it. Sasha's bike has been outside for a few days now. Look how rusty it is. Pung's garage is getting built up. Hollow blocks are going in. Our garage now has a roof, so we should soon be able to store our cars in shelter again. Look at that, rebuilding the wall that broke down during the storm. Ah, this is good. They're digging up the tree so we can drive the car in and out properly. That's the big problem for this little biddy. It's bottoms out on that. You can see Papung's working on the new water pump that I picked up from town the other day. Excuse me for still being in my pyjama t-shirt. I haven't bothered to get changed yet. I was just thinking about how much has changed since we first started filming outside here during, well, straight after the typhoon. Even the pump house has been partially rebuilt, so that will protect the water pump when it goes back in. Even our neighbours' houses are starting to resemble houses again, which is fantastic. Still some fallen trees, but we're definitely seeing more and more coconuts growing. Look at these banana trees. They really do grow up fast, don't they? These were almost flat to the floor about here, about 10 weeks ago. They've already grown up this size.
These leaves are so soft.
Aww. Yeah. Sess, do you remember we used to use these for cooking when we were in Thailand?
Did I?
They were like non-stick. We'd put them into a pan that didn't have non-stick, and then you could fry things without oil. I reckon we've still got about another hour left before the rains come over us. So I'll show you the final result of all the windows when the guys are done. And did the windows pass the initial wind and rain test?
Wind and rain test, they did. No drips, no leaks, and it's silent in here.
Yeah, I don't know if that
very quiet.
comes out on the camera, but before you could always hear the sea. It was like, and then the wind would come and it would whistle, and now it's like being in a studio box or something. I noticed that they've actually put the window like flush with the frame this time. We had a windowsill before, so obviously there must have been a fitting issue, but they've actually adapted, because that one over there fits just right as it was on the original spec, but this one they've adapted it. So that's good that they can do that on the fly and not just say, oh, we have to take it back to the factory and begin again.
Yeah, you can see where the other window was, look.
Yeah,
On there.
that grey line.
Yeah. Look out.
You can see the difference with the tint as well. Yeah, open it right up. There we go. And back into the silence. Nice. And that's without a rubber seal as well. I can buy like a white rubber seal we could put around the edge of the door if we wanted to kind of make it even more sealed.
Yeah,
But
it's nice though, it looks nice.
it looks really nice. I can't believe it. It's a massive difference. Looks like the guys are staying overnight, camping out outside our guest house. They've had a hard day's work actually. They went over to Papang's place and did some work there too. The sun is almost set now. You can still smell the sealant in the house, but for me that's a happy smell.
They're doing what everyone does when they used to stay there. They put their phones up on the sticks.
Oh yeah.
Are they going to do a TikTok?
No, I think they're just taking a selfie.
Everyone used to do that.
Yeah. Even though the house is still a bit of a mess, it is nice to see things coming together, especially with this beautiful new window. Lovely view outside. Trees are poofing up and you can see everything's looking a little bit nicer. I'm going to end the vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm feeling good and we will see you in the next one. Bye.